And good evening, and welcome to Charger Baseball here on the Sports 731 Network, and also coming to you on the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. We'll also have a YouTube broadcast. We're coming to you from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company Broadcast Center, and our great game day sponsors that make it possible because of the TSSAA fees. Some of these people are our regular season and also for the tournament here. Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Golf Garage. Those are your game day sponsors. This Charger pregame show is being brought to you by Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. And they will be we'll tell you some more about this pregame show. Starting lineups and first pitch, of course, comes to you from First Response Security Services, which is a game day sponsor. Strikeouts, Winstead Real Estate and Land Company. And, of course, post-game show will be the Hawks Nest Sports Venue with Wendell Alexander Realty. Fan cam, and we've got a dandy one. Get some good shots of the fans. Skyhawk Reynolds brings you that, the top performer of this game. Sometimes its performers will be ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash. Some additional sponsors that help bring you all parts of this game: Weekly Ford Nissan, Dynamics Physical Therapy, West Tennessee Public Utilities, and Tux Discount Sales, Precision Auto Body of Martin, and Premier Furniture. This is a winner's bracket game tonight. Previously, and then the game before us, the Peabody team beat Gibson County, although that was Union City and Gibson County. Peabody beat Gibson County last night. This will be the first game that for us to do of Ripley and Westview yesterday. We did not have that game, but Westview advanced, had to come back and win it 5-4. And tonight, like I said, winner's bracket game scheduled for 7 o'clock, but it's probably going to be a few minutes after that before we start. First pitch, they're doing the groundwork, and they do a great job, both teams out throwing and warming up. And then, of course, the winner of this game will advance on to Saturday, or actually to Sunday's 2 o'clock game. The loser will have to play at 4:30 tomorrow. So you want to stay out of that, plays havoc with your pitching. We're going to take our first 2-minute timeout. We'll come back to the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company booth here on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page.
Is your roof ready for anything Mother Nature throws at it? ARS Roofing has you covered. Serving West Tennessee with top-quality roofing services, ARS Roofing handles everything from minor repairs to full roof transformations, roof cleaning, and roof preservation. Call ARS Roofing at 731-636-9700 or check out their work on Facebook. Trust ARS Roofing to keep your home safe, sound, clean, and preserved. No matter your roofing needs, ARS Roofing is here for you. 731-636-9700 or online at arsroofs.com.
Your home is more than just four walls. It's where your family feels safe. At First Response Security, we make sure it stays that way. Our advanced security systems stop threats before they happen, giving you peace of mind, day and night. With expert local service and professional installation, protecting your home has never been easier. Monitor your home from anywhere, anytime, because your family's safety is our top priority. Call 731-885-2844 today.
The Hawks Nest Sports Venue in Martin is a proud supporter of the Westview Chargers. The Hawks Nest is the place to be to catch all your favorite games and sporting events. From Wing Wednesday to weekend karaoke and live entertainment, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue is the best hangout in Martin. For a weekly lineup of events and specials, check them out on Facebook at The Hawks Nest or stop by 105 Church Street in Martin. The Hawks Nest Sports Venue, proud supporter of Charger Athletics. Go Chargers!
Wendell Alexander Realty is the premier real estate expert serving Northwest Tennessee with a deep-rooted commitment to excellence and local knowledge. Founded in 1985, we understand the unique needs of our community because we live and work here. Combining local expertise with high-end marketing techniques, we ensure your property stands out in the marketplace. Trust Wendell Alexander Realty to deliver exceptional service and results. Contact us today at 731-281-1220 to experience the difference.
Back getting ready for winner's bracket action. The 7 o'clock game, like I said, probably will start a few moments later than 7 because warm-ups, had to get the field ready, and they try to keep this in mint condition. And a great field. Let's tell you about the two teams that'll be playing today. Westview Chargers are 6-4 in their last 10 games, and they'll be put to a very strong test today by the Peabody Golden Tide. Last time out, that was for the Chargers. They beat Ripley 5-4 here at Union City. Max Mobley had hits and pitched for the Westview Chargers, primarily plays third base. Mobley drove in one run last game and went 1 for 2 at the plate. The Chargers, like we said, have played well. Cohen McWhirter's OPS, and we'll tell you more about that, is 1.052, leads the Westview Chargers. The third baseman, normally, and that's where he played last night, he'll be pitching tonight, and we'll give you some stats on Cohen. And Poston Esri leads the Westview Chargers with 192 fielding chances this season, primarily playing first. We saw him catch the other night while Graham Simpson was not here. Peabody Golden Tide also playing well. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games, coming in with a win over Gibson County last night, a one-hitter 10-0 game. And they will be pitching kind of a surprise. We were expecting Garduno, and it looks like Aiden Poore is going to be their pitcher tonight to start this ball game. And like I said, compliments to Jonah Smith of Peabody. He had a great game last night. And again, let's remind you about our game day sponsors. And we've got several of them, and we appreciate them because without game day sponsors, it's kind of hard to do the broadcast. But first of all, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Golf Garage. We are in the Charger pregame show brought to you by Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. Starting lineups will be brought to you by the First Response Security Services, as they also, as we mentioned earlier. Very quickly, let's go over the Peabody starting lineup. They're coached by Jake Ramsey. Jamarcus Haynes will lead off and play shortstop. He'll be followed by Grayson Buchanan, who will be playing center field tonight. In the third hitting slot, Franklin Elliott, the first baseman. Hitting fourth is Gabe Garduno, and he's playing right field. In the fifth hitting spot, Lucas Fortner playing second base. Sixth spot, Philip Elliott plays third base. In the seventh hitting spot, Banks McDaniel, the catcher. And in that eighth hitting spot will be Bo Elliott, and he will be playing designated hitter tonight. And then, of course, in the ninth spot will be McClellan. And that is the starting lineup for them. Let's go ahead and a little early get you the starting lineup for the Westview team. If our game changer and everything will cooperate with us, which doesn't look like it wants to for a minute, but we can give it to you from the scorebook as we filled it in. Leading off will be Colin Haskins, the third baseman. In the second hitting spot, Kason Spalding, the shortstop. Hitting third and pitching, Cohen McWhirter. In the fourth hitting spot, the cleanup man, Graham Simpson, the catcher. In left field, hitting fifth, Thomas Myers. In the sixth spot, C.D. Dameron, if you prefer. You can call him Christopher Dameron, which is his given name. He's playing center field. In the seventh spot, Poston Esri at first base. In the eighth spot, Miles McEwen, the designated hitter. And hitting ninth, number 11, Wes Hatler, be playing right field. And we are still a couple of moments away from starting. I'll remind you again, some of our sponsors, and you're in the pregame show sponsored by Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest. First Response brought you those starting lineups. First Response Security Services, they'll bring you the first pitch, and they're also a game day sponsor today, as is Medical Center and Golf Garage, along with Precision Auto Body of Martin. And Precision Auto Body, a top-notch organization. So 4 great game day sponsors. Our pregame show, Strikeouts, of course, brought to you by Winstead Real Estate and Land Company. Fan Cam, Skyhawk Rentals, ARS Roofing, American Roofing Soft Wash. They bring you the top performer of the game after the game. And, of course, weekly Ford Nissan Dynamics Physical Therapy, West Tennessee Public Utilities, Tux Discount Sales, Precision Auto Body of Martin, and Premier Furniture. And that is your sponsor list. While you're waiting, let's take another 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more on the pregame show from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company Broadcast Center.
Need reliable auto body repair? Turn to Precision Auto Body, your trusted family-owned shop with locations in Martin, Milan, and Dyersburg. Whether it's a small fender bender or a major collision repair, their expert team has you covered with quality work and fast service. Precision Auto Body takes pride in serving the community, and they're proud supporters of Westview Chargers athletics. So when your vehicle needs attention, trust the name that puts precision in every repair. Precision Auto Body.
Hey folks, if you're considering buying or selling your home, listen up. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company is West Tennessee's #1 choice for buying and selling real estate. From spacious family homes to large land tracts, they have the expertise to skillfully help you maneuver the market. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company is your full-service home solution, every step, every detail, all in-house. So why wait? Visit Winstead Real Estate and Land Company in Martin, Tennessee, or at winsteadrealestateandland.com, where you can always expect the very best.
Weekly Ford Nissan has been in business for over 60 years, showcasing the complete line of Ford vehicles like Ford Mustang, Bronco, Explorer, Escape, Expedition, and Ranger, and F-150 trucks. Plus, you'll find a full line of Nissan vehicles, such as the Nissan Versa, Sentra, and Altima sedans, plus Rogue, Pathfinder, Murano, Kicks, and Frontier trucks, and a great selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Weekly Ford Nissan offers their warranty forever on all new and select pre-owned vehicles. And, of course, their complete parts and service department. Shop online at weeklyauto.com or visit 841 North Lindell Street in Martin. Come see Premier Furniture with 2 great locations in downtown McKenzie and in Union City. They've got everything to make your house feel like home. From cozy bedding to stylish dinette sets, recliners, sectionals, sofas, love seats, and more. Add the perfect touch with entertainment consoles, accent chairs, bedroom suites, and accessories to match your style. Whether you're furnishing a new space or updating your favorite room, it's well worth the drive to Premier Furniture in McKenzie and Union City.
We are back here in the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth and center. This is Charger Baseball on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. And, of course, we've got some great game day sponsors in Martin Medical Center, Golf Garage, Precision Auto Body, and First Response Security Services. We're in the Charger pregame show brought to you by the Hawks Nest venue and also Wendell Alexander. We'll tell you more about that. The pitchers today, Cohen McWhirter going for the Chargers, Aiden Poore, and they have Garduno in right field. He could come in. He pitched a very good game. Peabody has lost twice. Both these teams were 6-0 about a week ago, and around April 20th, they play on Monday and Tuesday. Most districts in baseball in this state do it that way. Chargers won big in the first game at Martin and then won a 3-2 contest over Peabody to go 8-0 in regular season district play and be regular season champions. Peabody 6-2 in the district. They were the runner-up in the district. Peabody 17-14 record. Westview with a 17-12 record. And like we said, 8-0. Also, we need to make note that playing right field but not hitting because Miles McEwen is the designated hitter. Easton White wearing number 12 for the Chargers. The left and right field lines are 330 down the lines, 365 to the power alleys, and 385 to dead center. And the pitchers, Westview pitchers, have finished their workouts, and Peabody has 2 hurlers warming up down there. Scott Guyman does a great job, he and his staff with the Chargers. The head coach for Peabody is Jake Ramsey. Both of these are veteran coaches. And as we told you, we've already given you the first response Security Services starting lineups will have their first pitch in just a moment.
Batting sixth in the third baseman, number 6, Philip Elliott.
And we are looking for a great game.
Catching number 7,
We've got two teams that hit quite well.
batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 12, Bo Elliott.
And, of course, we're going to get our game changers, try to keep up with the game and give you the most facts that we can. Going pretty good. We'll be using the Westview game changer stats. And we'll check with the official scores at every chance we get. Westview's starting lineup being introduced, which we've already given it to you, but Haskins, Spalding, McWhirter, Simpson, Myers, Dameron, Essery, McEwen, and Hatler, and with Easton White playing right field. And umpires are coming out. The home plate lineups have already been exchanged. And we will see if they play the national anthem again. It's already been played in the first game. A lot of times in high school and college baseball, they don't play it again.
Batting ninth, playing second base, number 11, Wes Hatler.
And we are awaiting the appearance of the Chargers as Jamarcus Haynes, the speedster. You name the sport, he can play it. Earlier today, Union City defeated the Gibson County team. Gibson County is now eliminated from the tournament. The loser of this game has to play in the loser's bracket tomorrow. The winner of this game advances on to Sunday's action. Well, we are going to exchange it. They had talked earlier but didn't exchange. Now the official exchange. You see Scott Guyman dapperly attired, as is Jake Ramsey. Scott with the white hat, the blue Westview colors on the jacket, white pants. Jake Ramsey in all black colors, or black and gold. They'll go over a few ground rules, but this is a district park that's been played in before by both teams. The winner of this region or this district gets to host the region. That's another factor you want to keep in mind. While they're exchanging the lineups, going over ground rules, again, we'll go through the sponsors. And, of course, we're in the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth. Strikeouts will be brought to you by them also. Game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Goff Garage. We're in the Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue Charger pregame show. First pitch is going to be brought to you by First Response Security Services as they brought you the lineup. Westview, the home team today, will take the field. And the postgame show, Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue fan cam. And we'll have cameras taking pictures of fun folks in the crowd, also out on the field. That comes to you from Skyhawk Rentals, and look for the top performers. See if you agree with me at the end of the game, and our fine crew that helps pick those top performers, ARS Roofing, American Roofing Soft Wash, and some of our other sponsors, Weekly Ford Nissan Dynamics Physical Therapy, West Tennessee Public Utilities, and you see Cohen McWhirter out on the mound. Also, Tux Discount Sales, Precision Auto Body of Martin, and Premier Furniture. And thank those people. Go by and say something nice to them because they help bring you this baseball. We are just about ready. DeMarcus Haynes over on the side, first base side, taking a few practice swings. You want to keep him off the bases. Very capable young man of stealing bases. And we'll have a very lively press box today. A lot of good coaches and people up here. And let's see if this is the throwdown pitch. We hadn't been counting. Remember, 120 pitch limit for pitchers in this tournament and any game that the TSSAA has. There's also some other restrictions that go along with that, is how quick you can come back. If you throw the full 120, it's on a graduated day basis. Simpson's throw down to the shortstop Spalding. They'll bring the ball in. It looks like, and right in front of me, the official pitch count. He's got it. I've got it somewhere, but it didn't come out of my box. So 120, and if you throw that 120, you're going to have to rest 4 days. Neither team wants their pitchers to throw 120 today. You need to get out of an inning with 12 to 15 max number of pitches in an inning. Haynes comes up there hitting a cool, and I'm joking when I say cool, 481. You must keep him off the bases. Equipment adjustments being made to Graham Simpson's chest protector right now. And trust me, you want that up protecting you. They wear the hockey-style mask sometimes, and with the flap down or either the longer chin to it like a hockey goalie. Where was all that equipment back in the 60s and 70s? You were lucky if you had a face mask that was worth anything. Kind of like in the days when they played with the leather helmets and no face masks. There's a lot of broken noses in people that played that way. I've got a leather helmet at home, but we're not talking football. It's baseball time. Cohen McWhirter ready to throw his first pitch to Jamarcus Haynes. And that pitch outside. Second pitch fouled away. Evens the count at 1-1. Center fielder off straight away a few steps. Part of it makes it easier to see around the pitcher. Two, Haynes likes to hit the right center when he has a chance. Breaking ball stays high for a 2-1 count. Two balls, one strike. We're in the top of the first. The leadoff man, Haynes, pops it up high and out of play. Back in the old days, that would have the kids scurrying to go get a foul ball and take it to the concession stand when they used to have snow cones in there. Don't have many snow cones in places anymore. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Haynes says the pitcher took too long. He says, Mr. Umpire, I need to step out and readjust. He's very tight in the box up on the plate, back foot right against the chalk line at the back of the box. Drilled towards right center. Can the center fielder Dameron come on? And yes, he does. A fine running catch for the first out. And I'm going to tell you what, Scott Guyman and his staff had Jamarcus Haynes played perfectly. This is going to bring up Grayson Buchanan. He's hitting .313, left-handed hitter. Third baseman Colin Haskins way off of the line over there. He's at least 10 to 12 feet away from third base. And a strike. Good place to throw it. Throw left-handed hitters low and inside at the knees. Ted Williams claims you only hit about 200 if you're a left-handed hitter at that spot. And he's up tight in the box, too. That one got it, too. 0-2, the count. Cohen McWhirter, we've seen him. He works pretty fast. Throws a lot of strikes. One out in the inning. Just missing. Maybe by about 3 millimicrons, and that's a small amount, but it missed. 1-2. One of those temptation pitches, waste pitch if you call it. In on the fist, popped up in the air. Colin Haskins gloves it, puts the second hand over. Good form there. And threw it so hard it went right through the glove of the second baseman, but it was pop out for the second out. 2 outs in the inning, and that's going to bring up Franklin Elliott hitting .378. Gabe Gardeno on deck, pretty good hitter in his own right, pretty good pitcher also. McWhirter's thrown 9 pitches in the first inning. That one fouled off. Be interesting to see the strike pitch ratio after a couple of innings. Elliott hits right-handed, and just like There's several of the young men on both teams that play multiple sports. Graham plays 3. Jamarcus Haynes plays 3. Some of the others play 2 and 3 sports. That one a little outside, kind of gets away from Graham, but it's a ball outside. 1-1 to count. In the top of the first with 2 outs, no runners on. Elliott fouls this one back into the screen. Nice dugouts here, well protected at Union City. And it's always important to protect the participants from the mound. The breaking ball. That is a call, third strike. Caught looking, and that is a Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of 1/2 inning of play, Peabody nothing. Westview coming to bat. Let's take a timeout on the Sports 731 Network.
In the world of sports, precision and excellence define champions. Dynamics Physical Therapy is dedicated to enhancing athletic performance and preventing injuries by serving schools and their athletes. Elevate your game with Dynamics. Visit dynamics.life to learn more.
First inning, the Tide goes down in order. Out on the mound for them is Aiden Poor, wears number 22. For the Westview Chargers, leading off, Colin Haskins hitting .500, Casey Spaulding, and then Cohen McWhirter. We're coming to you today from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company press box. This is Charger Baseball on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic page. Game day sponsors, Martin Medical Center, Goff Garage, Precision Auto Body, and First Response Security Services. And, of course, we'll have a first response first pitch. We had that to Jamarcus Haynes back in the top of the first, and then we'll have a first pitch to our leadoff man, Colin Haskins. Colin back from that injury, but playing some great baseball since he's been back. You have to be doing something right to be hitting .500. Casey Spaulding on deck next. Cohen McWhirter, the pitcher. And if needed in this inning, Graham Simpson, the catcher. Lights are on here. Remember, it's 330 down the lines, 365 to the power alleys. Swing and a miss, and Colin had a healthy cut for strike one. Infield for the Tide, Elliott, Fortner, Haynes, and then Philip Elliott. That's Franklin Elliott at first. We'll get you the outfield in a moment. Second pitch on the way, breaking ball for strike. Garduno in right, Buchanan in center, McClellan in left, catching McDaniel, and pitching Aiden Poor. No ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch, breaking ball. Got under it a little more than he wanted to. Sky high out to the center fielder, and he's going to camp under it. Buchanan has it for the first out.
Number 2, Kason Spaulding.
Hitting in the second spot, Kason Spaulding, the shortstop, hitting .279. Can bunt, move the ball around, does a very good job at the plate. Spaulding, a sophomore. Haskins, just a freshman. We failed to tell you that. Here's one hit, and it looks like the center fielder is going to be busy tonight. Makes the second put out. Score in your scorebook. F8, flying out to center for the second out. This brings up the pitcher hitting third, Cohen McWhirter, hitting .434. Simpson on deck. And they're not playing him for the bunt. Back at third. Matter of fact, everybody is deep. McWhirter does have some power. He's hit several doubles and triples this year. Takes a strike, and that was almost a perfect pitch to throw. No balls, one strike. And breaking ball for strike two. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs, no runners on. Wind blowing towards right center field. Poor's got his sign. Comes to the plate. They say that one a little low, bounces up. 1-2. If my unofficial count is right, that's 7 pitches. Throws high. May have been a temptation pitch. May have held it just a little long and it rode high. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No runners on. McWhirter at the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, and he's worked him to a 3-2 count. Of course, you can have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Poor looks in, has got his sign. Comes with his 10th pitch of this inning. It's drilled for a base hit. I do mean a solid base hit. Buchanan figures in the play again, but a single for McWhirter. That'll bring up Graham Simpson. We'll see if there's a courtesy runner. Yes, he's already beat me to the draw on that one. Streaking out there. And that looks like coming into the game, number 14. LeCornu out there. Caden has run several times for people. Simpson up there with a runner at first. 2 outs, the left-handed hitter takes a strike, and a pretty good pitch there. Been tough to really turned on it. Simpson batting .367 for the season. Got to see his big brother drafted at the NFL draft the other night. Here's one drilled. It just remained, well, it goes foul. Looked like one of my hooks when I hit the ball. In golf, you don't want to play golf with me. I'm dangerous. I'll hook one time, slice another. That would have been a hook from the left-handed hitter. So it's an 0-2 count. He's got to protect the plate with the runner on first, LeCornu. And the jump turn throw to first. He's back safely. Scott Guyman just went through a series of signs over at third base. Simpson's looking for one that he can turn on. Has several extra base hits. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. They're running. It's up in the air towards left field. It will go foul. Scott Guyman likes to put a lot of pressure on the other team. Chargers have a pretty good running game. So we'll do the 0-2 pitch again with 2 outs and the runner at first. We're out of the stretch. It's drilled up the middle, but Haynes will get to it. Comes up throwing. He's got a cannon. And so no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. At the end of 1 full inning of play, it's Peabody nothing and Westview nothing. We'll take a timeout on the Sports 731 network.
Skyhawk Rentals offers a versatile management style covering both residential and commercial properties, as well as offering combined sales and property management services. If you're an owner looking to address your real estate and property management needs, we're it. If you're a tenant in need of an affordable space to live and work, we'll help you find your nest. As the largest property management company in the area, we'll work hard to meet your needs and provide superior customer service. To find out more, call Skyhawk Rentals at 731-587-2937 or stop by 224 South Lindell Street today.
Looking to update your floors? Start at Tuck's in Martin, Tennessee. Step into our large showroom and explore a wide variety of flooring choices, including hardwood, luxury vinyl, tile, and more. Compare styles side by side until you find the perfect fit for your home. And if you're planning a bigger project, their team can help pair your flooring with cabinets, countertops, and other design elements for a seamless look. Discover your new floors today, only at Tuck's in Martin, Tennessee.
Back for the top of the second from Union City's field, where the tournament action is. Of course, you're receiving this broadcast from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company Broadcast Center, and this is Charger Baseball on the Sports 731 Network, Westview Charger Athletic page. Game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body and First Response Security Services, along with Martin Medical Center and Golf Garage. First pitches are brought to you by First Response Security Service. And, of course, Fan Cam, Skyhawk Rentals. We'll give you some more of those great sponsors as Westview comes back to the plate, or actually Peabody. Golden Tide, Gabe Garduno hitting .304. Right-handed hitter. Kind of crowds the box. Breaking ball looked pretty good, but the umpire says, Coach, it didn't look as good to me. So it's ball one. That one outside. So they worked him inside first, then go outside, but a 2-ball, no strike count to the leadoff man for the Golden Tide in the second inning. McWhirter's pitch. The dribbler out in front of the mound. McWhirter has to hurry. He'll wind up throw. Good stretch by Poston Esri over at first to get it, and there's one out in the inning. You're scoring in your scorebook at home. It's 1-3. That's pitcher to first. One out. Lewis Fortner comes up there, the second baseman. Lucas Fortner hitting .366. He's a right-handed hitter, wears number 17. Fouls one off towards his dugout, but about 10 feet short of it, actually up towards the stands. Nice screen here at Union City to give a lot of good protection. No ball, one strike count. Cohen McWhirter on the mound. One out in the inning. Infield at normal depth. That one low. Evens the count at 1-1. Outfield, straightaway. Center fielder a little bit off the straightaway line, but a lot of center fielders play off of it either by direction of the coach. And that one just missing inside for a 2-1 count, or because you can't see through the pitcher sometimes to pick up the ball as it leaves the bat. 2-1 the count with one out, no runners on. That pitch away. So Fortner staked to a 3-1 count. He can be selective here. Philip Elliott, the third baseman, on deck. McWhirter's 3-1 pitch. It's low. He walked him, and that's you want to avoid walks. The late, great Dizzy Dean said, oh, those bases on balls. Back when he was broadcasting, probably said it a few times when he was a pitcher. Won 30 games before breaking a toe with Earl Averill's line drive and lost his good form and didn't win consistently again. But this is Elliott. Philip Elliott, .369 hitting average. Right now, a little bit of finding the plate problem all the way around it, but not getting it in there. So either you got to paint the corners or throw it down the middle. One runner on, not a big lead. A good pitch and a little help from the frame of Graham Simpson. One and one the count. One out, one runner on. Infield at double play depth. Third baseman Haskins on the grass. This one hit high in the sky, down the right field line, hustling over. Can't get to it, but a great effort by Easton White. Down right close to the area where the pitchers throw with the two home plates down there. Beautiful field here in Union City. One ball, two strikes, one out. Out of the stretch, going McWhirter. Comes to the plate, breaking ball. Hitter bends down and evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one didn't break as much as Cohen wanted it to. Infield looking for the double play ball. Peabody looking to advance that runner. McWhirter's 2-2 pitch, low and away, makes it 3-2. It'll be interesting to see if Jake Ramsey and his staff decide a long series of signs for both the hitter and the base runner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. McWhirter wants to get a ground ball or a strike out of it if possible. The jump turn to hold that runner. Thought he might have caught him leaning the other way. 26 pitches thrown so far. Ready for the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. Haskins has got it. He'll have to go to first. It kind of got stuck in his glove, plus the coverage might have been a hair late. So a runner in scoring position now, advancing on the fielder's choice. You go 5-3. That's Haskins to Esri at first. 2 outs in the inning. Banks McDaniel, their fine catcher from Peabody, 278. Left-handed hitter with a chance to put his team on top. McWhirter love to put the fire out right now. Not much of a fire yet, but you always got a runner that's dangerous in scoring position. Up in the air, high. Could have brought rain if we'd had some rain in it. Second baseman, Hattler goes out there and makes the catch solidly for the 3rd out of the inning. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1 1/2 innings of play, Peabody nothing, Westview nothing. We'll be back on the Sports 731 Network and Charger Athletic Facebook page after this.
Cold mornings, hot showers. Wet jeans, warm dryers. West Tennessee Public Utility District has you covered with natural gas water heaters and dryers for sale. No big box chaos, just local, reliable, energy-saving comfort. Call 731-986-8289 to find your perfect match. WTPUD, where comfort meets community.
And we are back here in the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company press box with Charger Baseball on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. Game day sponsors: Martin Medical Center, Golf Garage, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, and of course, First Pitches. We'll remind you this are brought to you by First Response Security Services, along with starting lineups, strikeouts, Winstead Real Estate and Land Company, Fan Cam, Skyhawk Rentals, top performers at the end of the game, ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash. The post-game show will be the Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest venue sponsoring it, along with some other great people like Premier Furniture, Precision Auto Body of Martin, Tux Discount Sales, also West Tennessee Public Utilities, Dynamics Physical Therapy, and Weekly Ford Nissan. Aiden Poore comes out for his 2nd inning of work. Chargers will bring up Thomas Myers hitting in the 5th spot. C.D. Dameron and Poston Esri if needed. Miles McEwen. Thomas Myers hitting .270. Plays a very solid left field. Myers, the junior. Crowding that plate. Boy, that front foot is right where the chalk used to be. Nice pitch, painted the corner, the outside corner that is. So no ball, 1 strike count. That one low and away. And now the smartest man in the press box has turned his light on so he can see as it gets darker. Good crew to work with up here. Fun guys. Well, that one, it teased the corner of the plate and it got it. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count on the leadoff man in the bottom of the 2nd, Thomas Myers. Infield back a little bit. Got under it. That made him reach, but he had enough strength to drive it towards right field. Right fielder Garduno fields it for the first out. That brings up Christopher Dameron. Some people call him CD. Hitting .299. Good base stealer. Plays a very tough center field. Dameron would like to get on, then run a little bit. Breaking ball would look like a little bit taken off of it. So a no ball, 1 strike count. A lot of breaking balls have been thrown in this game. The 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1-1. Scoreboard, very nice scoreboard, says 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. No runners on. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. Hitters want to get ahead in the count. Pitchers want to get ahead in the count. Some counts favor the pitcher, some the hitter. Fours 2-1 pitch. Outside. So it goes to 3-1. No movement out of Scott Guyman, so he's probably leaving it up to Dameron, whether he swings or holds up. 3-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. Now, he picked on a pitch he thought he could drive, and if he makes contact, he does. 3-2. "23 pitches now for Aiden Poor. The 24th one coming to the plate. And the umpire pulled the trigger. And that's a Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeout for the 2nd out. And it looks like Jake Ramsey's going to come out and talk with his pitcher. It's interesting the mechanics that umpires use now. I liked it in the old days when that right hand shot out and they shot it out there quickly.
He's at 24 pitches. He's probably taking them out so he can pitch him tomorrow.
Yep, 24 pitches, and I didn't think about that. I told you I was working with a bunch of good guys up here. They'll take him out, and they can turn around and use him tomorrow or Sunday. And here comes the man we once thought would start the game. Gabe Garduno will be pitching. So Gabe Garduno. Garduno. While he takes his warm-up pitches, we'll check a couple of things. Aiden Poor went 1.2 or 1 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, struck out 1 batter, threw 24 pitches, 17 of them for strikes, faced 6 batters. And that brings on Garduno, will inherit the mound with 2 outs and no runners on. Looks like Jonah Smith will go to right field. Infield still Franklin Elliott, Fortner, Haynes, and Phillip Elliott. McDaniel still behind the plate. Outfield of Smith, Buchanan, and McClellan. Hitter for Westview will be Poston Esri when it comes time. Poston hits .409. Miles McEwen on deck is the designated hitter. Poston has some power. He's up at the front of the box. See what he's expecting out of Garduno, and he gets hit. That's what he's expecting. So he hits the batsman on the first pitch by Garduno.
Number 6, Miles McEwen.
Miles McEwen with a chance to make something happen with 2 outs. Esri's almost to the cutout. Weight on his back foot now, and he shifts it and takes a hop. That pitch comes inside. I've often wondered about this. You only get 8 pitches when you come from the bullpen. Of course, you could throw, but in this case, Garduno was in right field. His second pitch swung on and missed. And I'm going to tell you what, Miles McEwen hitting .222 was going for the downs on that one. 1-1 the count with 2 outs, a runner at first. Infield at normal depth. It'll be 1-2 after that pitch fouled off. That one kind of heading out of the strike zone. This one high up in the sky. The second baseman goes back, but the center fielder comes on, making a long run is Buchanan for the 3rd out of the inning. I think that's his 3rd put out of the game. So there were no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base after the hits batsman. At the end of 2 full innings of play, Peabody and Westview tied up at 0-0. We'll be back on the Sports 731 Network and Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page after this.
Wendell Alexander Realty is the premier real estate expert serving Northwest Tennessee with a deep-rooted commitment to excellence and local knowledge. Founded in 1985, we understand the unique needs of our community because we live and work here. Combining local expertise with high-end marketing techniques, we ensure your property stands out in the marketplace. Trust Wendell Alexander Realty to deliver exceptional service and results. Contact us today at 731-281-1220 to experience the difference.
Your home is more than just 4 walls. It's where your family feels safe. At First Response Security, we make sure it stays that way. Our advanced security systems stop threats before they happen, giving you peace of mind, day and night. With expert local service and professional installation, protecting your home has never been easier. Monitor your home from anywhere, anytime, because your family's safety is our top priority. Call 731-885-2844 today.
And we are back here in the press box, ready for the top of the 3rd. Number 12, Elliott up there. Elliott hitting .245. First pitch is a ball. This is Bo Elliott. Second pitch. Now, Bo does not have a big strike zone. You got to really, as my old coaches used to say, bow you back and follow through. Going McWhirter on the mound, his 3rd inning of work. He gets a strike, and that was a dandy pitch right there. Probably as close to perfect to tie the hitter's arms up as you could have. Elliott crowding the plate just a little. It should be taking strike 2, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs on the leadoff man for the Peabody Golden Tide. Going McWhirter on the mound. He's thrown 32 pitches unofficially. And he got him. Boy, that one Snapped it off, and you saw Graham Simpson come out of there firing. So you've got a Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeout. That is the second one for Cohen McWhirter. And this brings up McClellan, hitting .222. Caden McClellan. Oh, a dandy pitch right there for a strike. McClellan wears 14, hits right-handed. Oh, and 1 count. That one misses. Made some people think. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Lights are on. Flag blowing towards right center briskly. The pitch, and another good one. That one had a little breaking action. Broke quick, though. Could have been a slider. Swung on and missed for the second out. And there's another Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeout. 2 in the inning, 3 for McWhirter. And here comes the top of the order in the 481 hitting Jamarcus Haynes, who flied to center field. C.D. Dameron made a really fine catch the last time. Haynes, a speedster. You got to keep him off base. Baltimore chop over to first, and Colin Haskins has a cannon over there. So 3 outs, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, it's all tied at 0 between Peabody and Westview. Let's take a timeout on the Sports 731 Network.
The Hawks Nest Sports Venue in Martin is a proud supporter of the Westview Chargers. The Hawks Nest is the place to be to catch all your favorite games and sporting events. From Wing Wednesday to weekend karaoke and live entertainment, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue is the best hangout in Martin. For a weekly lineup of events and specials, check them out on Facebook at The Hawks Nest or stop by 105 Church Street in Martin. The Hawks Nest Sports Venue, proud supporter of Charger Athletics. Go Chargers!
And we are back here and looking forward to the bottom of the third, where Wes Hatler will lead off for the Westview Chargers. And we're in the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company press box and broadcast booth. And I get some good help because I don't hear as well out of my headset, and so maybe a little loud at times. Game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, along with Martin Medical Center and Golf Garage. Of course, the first pitch in a lot of innings is brought to you by the First Response Security Services. Here's Hatler hitting .273, playing right field today. This one up in the air in foul territory. The first baseman, Elliott, under it, gets it for the first out. So Elliott gets that one. We'll go back to the top of the order. Number 1, Colin Haskins. Haskins 0 for 1 coming into this at bat. Flied out to center field. Pitch to Haskins. The umpire, even though it made Colin turn a little bit, says, Colin, that one was good enough to be a strike. Haskins says, thank you, sir. I'm ready. And that pitch way outside. I almost used the Bob Euchre line, just a little bit outside from the movie Major League. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Garduno. It's a strike. 1-2 the count. I've got 9 pitches unofficially on my count sheet, but I'm not the official man. We'll check with the official men here in a moment. That one outside, good effort by the catcher McDaniel to block it. No runners on, though, but he still showed a lot of moxie doing that. Outfield straightaway, deep in center, in some and right and left. for Haskins. Haskins drills one, but he's going to hold up in the air. It looks like long enough for the left fielder to make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Kason Spalding, who also flew out to center his first time up at the plate. Game moving right along, 7:51, and we started actually after 7 o'clock, even though first pitch was announced at 7, or to be at 7. This one popped up with 2 outs. Everybody running on. Right fielder is going to take charge of it, and that's Jonah Smith. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base, and at the end of 3 full innings of play, there's no score between Westview and Peabody. We'll be back on the Sports 731 Network and Charger Athletic Facebook page after this.
Is your roof ready for anything Mother Nature throws at it? ARS Roofing has you covered. Serving West Tennessee with top-quality roofing services, ARS Roofing handles everything from minor repairs to full roof transformations, roof cleaning, and roof preservation. Call ARS Roofing at 731-636-9700 or check out their work on Facebook. Trust ARS Roofing to keep your home safe, sound, clean, and preserved. No matter your roofing needs, ARS Roofing is here for you. 731-636-9700 or online at arsroofs.com.
Need reliable auto body repair? Turn to Precision Auto Body, your trusted family-owned shop with locations in Martin, Milan, and Dyersburg. Whether it's a small fender bender or a major collision repair, their expert team has you covered with quality work and fast service. Precision Auto Body takes pride in serving the community and they're proud supporters of Westview Chargers athletics. So when your vehicle needs attention, trust the name that puts precision in every repair. Precision Auto Body.
Back here in the press box, Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth and center, and of course our game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security, Martin Medical Center, and Goff Garage. Leading off for Peabody with a 1-ball count is Grayson Buchanan. He'll be followed by Franklin Elliott and Gabe Garduno. In his 4th inning of work, Cohen McWhirter. High chopper. It comes down to the second baseman, Hatler. Hatler over to first for the first out of the inning. One away. Franklin Elliott comes up. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Some of our other sponsors, of course, Weekly Ford Nissan Dynamics Physical Therapy, West 10 Public Utilities, Tux Discount Sales. There's the pitch for a strike. Precision Auto Body of Martin Premier Furniture. No ball, 1 strike count with 1 out. Hitter Franklin Elliott, the first baseman. That pitch away, so it evens the count at 1-1. Post-game show will be brought to you by Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. Fan cam by Skyhawk Rentals. Strikeouts, Winstead Real Estate and Land Company. There's a number on the ground that'll die. Scott Guyman will make the play unassisted over there at the dugout. Scott fielding 1,000% today. Hasn't made an error. I call errors on the coaches sometimes if they don't field it. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and another Winstead Land Company Real Estate, or Real Estate and Land Company strikeout. Tell you what, though, I will say this in defense of basketball coaches with 2 outs. No coach has ever missed a shot in a game that he's coaching. He's never failed a rebound. He hadn't failed a block out. Those are facts. Here's one drill for the first hit, and Garduno, he tattooed one, but hustling over to get it is Myers in left field. So with a runner on, and they can't have the courtesy runner if they want it, but Garduno is a very good runner, and I'm not sure they'll do that. First hit by the Tide, and that'll bring up Lucas Fortner. He walked his last time up, hitting .366. Checked out his coach at third, and they are going to bring the courtesy runner in. McWhirter working with 2 outs, looking for the strikeout, the force out, or the pop-up. Out of the stretch. And boy, it's, you know, old days they used to call them Baltimore chops when they were like that, and some hitters specialize that. That one was pulled foul and down into the ground. But there are major leaguers now that will chop down on it and get it to bounce like that. No ball, 1 strike pitch. That was a dandy curveball. That one had the big bender on it. And it didn't come from overhand. That's really tough when they throw it from the 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock position. McWhirter with a no ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs. That runner on. Here's a one. Will it get through? Oh, Hattler, but can he get there? Oh, an excellent effort. Indian Rubber Man stretching back to the bag for the fielder's choice out. A great play. There's 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Your score, 0-0 between Westview and Peabody. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th after this.
Hey folks, if you're considering buying or selling your home, listen up. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company is West Tennessee's #1 choice for buying and selling real estate. From spacious family homes to large land tracts, they have the expertise to skillfully help you maneuver the market. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company is your full-service home solution, every step, every detail, all in-house. So why wait? Visit Winstead Real Estate and Land Company in Martin, Tennessee, or at winsteadrealestateandland.com, where you can always expect the very best.
Back on the Chargers network, along with the Sports 731 network from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company booth. You just heard from them. Some great game day sponsors today, Martin Medical Center and Golf Garage, along with Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services. Top performers for this game will be brought to you by ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash. Don't forget about the Wendell Alexander Realty and the Sports Nest the Nest Sports Venue post-game show. Garduno's pitch, that should have been, if my stats are correct, number 13 right there. It's a strike. Guys tell me that I'm right foot change. Sometimes I can't read my own notes. Dandy breaking ball, but it was a ball outside. 1-1 the count. McWhirter 1 for 1. He had a solid single and he fouls that one off. Makes the count 1-2. No outs. He'd like to get a base runner on. And LaCornu would probably come on and run for him if he gets on. He is 1 for 1 in the contest, hitting .434. Looks like a base hit, but you never know with Haynes. And he shoots over there, but it pulls the first baseman off the bag. I'm going to go ahead and score the hit. We'll wait and see if they tell me I'm wrong. He'll go back to the base, and then they'll see if they get LaCornu out there to run. That should have been the 16th pitch. I'll check it and make sure I'll know after this. Yes, it is 16. Oh, nice pitch. That one in there for a strike. Hitter is Graham Simpson, the catcher. 0 for 1 on the day. Came into the game hitting .367. And it looks like McWhirter's going to run for himself over there. He's still at first. And sometimes you're tempted to throw over there several times. That tires you out, jumping back or diving back into the bag. I haven't seen any action in the bullpen. This one fouled off. Left fielder goes over. Well, it actually stayed in fair play, but he drops it now. They'll throw to second, and it gets away, so he's safe. So we've got an error. It looked like it was going foul, and that one just dropped like somebody shot it out of the air. And so now you've got Simpson and McWhirter as base runners. Both men could have a courtesy runner. And coming up to the plate is Thomas Myers, who flied out to the right fielder the last time up there. Peabody looking for the double play ball. In at first, back at third. Myers walks down the line, looks at Scott Guyman, the head coach, who's coaching third. He gave him a couple of signs, and going over, Scott is to talk to a couple of his on-deck hitters. Makes you wonder if maybe the bunt was supposed to have been on then, but it was a ball and wasn't a good pitch to bunt. Let's see what they do here with runners at first and second. And there's a strike right down Main Street. 1-1 to count, no outs in the inning. Error has been committed by Peabody that is responsible for that runner at first. Even if he scores, he won't be an earned run. One at second, McWhirter is an earned run if he scores. That's if he scores. So 1-2 the count on Myers. Third baseman deep behind third base. Short in his normal position. Second baseman playing games with the runner at second to hold him close, and then he'll try to dart to his fielding position. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Catcher gives chase and says it's out of play, but we'll play it again. Umpire with a good arm back to the pitcher's mound. Hey, we rate everybody. He's got a pretty good arm. 1-2, we'll do it again. 2 runners on. No outs in the inning. Westview with an opportunity to put some runs on the board here. Wants to avoid the double play, though. Garduno's pitch. Outside, gets away. The runners will advance. That'll take the force off. And I'm going to be honest with you, the young catcher, McDaniel, tried to pounce on it, but couldn't get there in time. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, no outs in the inning. Runners at second and third. McWhirter at third, Simpson at second. Simpson with the good lead. We were talking about leads up here in between games and during the previous game, and it's important that you get a good lead, and you have to be aggressive. And that runner at second can really get a big lead because nobody's holding him on. Everybody in at first. First and third could still come home. And now, here comes Coach Ramsey to talk to the umpire. Garduno with 24 pitches is what I've got. So it looks like Garduno will throw one more pitch. A lot of strategy going on, keeping those pitchers where you can use them again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at second and third. Hitter Thomas Myers. That one high, 3-2. And here comes the head coach. Garduno will be relieved of duty. Let's see who they bring in next. Now, Jonah Smith went 5 innings. I don't have his pitch count from yesterday. I don't think he's eligible to throw, though. Jonah had a fine outing, though, yesterday. 93. He's not eligible to pitch today. 17 now pitching, which is Lucas Fortner. The runners on base are the responsibility of Gabe Garduno. Garduno went 1.1 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, and he did not strike out anybody. Faced 7 batters, threw 25 pitches, 17 of them strikes. So Lucas Fortner on now to pitch. We'll check because that'll change the infield up a little bit as Fortner was playing second base. Three balls, 2 strikes the count when Thomas Myers comes back up there. Remember, Skyhawk Rentals bringing you fan cam shots, along with our game day sponsors, Martin Medical Center, Golf Garage, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Strikeouts, Winstead Real Estate and Land Company. Top performers in the post-game show will be brought to you by ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash. Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue bringing you the post-game show today, as they did early. And, of course, you are on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. Myers has a 3-2 count. The pitcher has been appraised of the 2 runners on, no outs, and we're ready to play baseball. Fortner's pitch fouled off. Remember, the runners on base are the responsibility of Garduno, who it looks like they have put back out in right field. Jonah Smith comes in to play second base. Smith getting a good workout in the last couple of days. And the umpire, when you see them hesitate like that, the ones that like to drop and throw the hammer, that is a strikeout. So there's 1 out in the inning. And, of course, that is a Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeout. 1 away. 2 pitches for Fortner. He gets a strikeout, and that brings up C.D. Dameron, who was a strikeout victim his last time up, hitting .299. Ground ball, and the pitcher, but it'll score a run. They give up the run for the out, and that is McWhirter sliding in. You saw some pretty good speed out of him. Graham Simpson advances to third. Poston Essery, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, he's officially 0 for 0. So we've got a 1-0 ball game. Peabody ahead. Two hitters so far, with McWhirter having both the hits for the Westview Chargers. Now they're going to run for Simpson. They'll put 15. It looks like William Baker, the freshman, coming in to run for Simpson. With 2 outs, it's always a good thought to get the catcher to put his equipment on. Swing and a miss, a pretty good swing of the bat and a pretty good pitch. The pitch won then, it's 0-1 to Poston Essery, hitting .409. Fortner's pitch low. It's 1-1. This one hit, and it'll be interesting to see how it's scored as it gets by Jamarcus Haynes trying to make that side fielding move that a lot of shortstops do. And what it does put is Poston Essery on first base. That brings up Miles McEwen. Poston Essery is at first. And that's a single. It's going to be scored that way. So he's at first, driving in a run. It's 2-0 ball game. Westview taking a lead. Remember, these two teams played the last time they played. It was a 3-2 ball game. McEwen with that open stance. They throw to first. driving Essery back. It is 1 strike count. All right on it. Painted that corner of the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Miles McEwen will have to guard the plate. Anything that's close, he'll have to try to make contact with. 2 outs, runner at first. One of those temptation eyes pitches. Some people call them waste pitches. Good eye that time by McEwen. 1-2 the count. Oh, he went for it. It had the hook, line, and sinker on it, and it's a Winstead Land Company, or Real Estate and Land Company strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning. But Westview picked up 2 big runs. They got 1 hit in that inning. But anyway, it's 2-0 at the end of 4. We'll be back for the top of the 5th on the Sports 731 Network.
Weekly Ford Nissan has been in business for over 60 years, showcasing the complete line of Ford vehicles like Ford Mustang, Bronco, Explorer, Escape, Expedition, and Ranger, and F-150 trucks. Plus, you'll find a full line of Nissan vehicles, such as the Nissan Versa, Sentra, and Altima sedans, plus Rogue, Pathfinder, Murano, Kicks, and Frontier trucks, and a great selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Weekly Ford Nissan offers their warranty forever on all new and select pre-owned vehicles. And, of course, their complete parts and service department. Shop online at weeklyauto.com or visit 841 North Lindell Street in Martin. Come see Premier Furniture with 2 great locations in downtown McKenzie and in Union City. They've got everything to make your house feel like home. From cozy bedding to stylish dinette sets, recliners, sectionals, sofas, love seats, and more. Add the perfect touch with entertainment consoles, accent chairs, bedroom suites, and accessories to match your style. Whether you're furnishing a new space or updating your favorite room, it's well worth the drive to Premier Furniture in McKenzie and Union City.
In the broadcast center of Winstead Real Estate and Land Company. There we go. Got it up a little more. Philip Elliott to lead off. Solid hit towards Spalding. He comes up gunning over to first to Essery. There's 1 out in the inning. Banks McDaniel coming up there. He popped out to the second baseman his first time up, hitting .278. Has really hustled back there behind the plate tonight. Both catchers doing an outstanding job for both teams. 2-0 going into the top of the 5th. Nice pitch for a strike, 0-1. That should be McWhirter's 50th pitch. Oh, base hit. This one gets down because they were playing him slightly to right field. Dameron gets over there quickly to cut off any extra base hit, but there's a runner at first with 1 out. Banks McDaniel, they'll get a courtesy runner for him. He'll go back and put the catching tools on. Bo Elliott, who's 0 for 1, comes up there. He'll be followed by Caden McClellan. 1 out, and the right-handed hitter, Bo Elliott, up there against McWhirter. Jump turn, but he didn't have a big enough lead, and he just didn't even have to make a great dive to get back to first. Now let's see if he edges another step off. This one fouled away, 0-1. Of course, you would love to get your foot at least to the cutout out there, the edge of that cutout. Not quite there yet, but take a little hop or a crossover step. We'll see which one. He crossed over but wasn't going. There's a strike for strike 2. Nice pitch by Cohen McWhirter. Infield's at double play depth with Haskins on the grass about almost 12 to 13 feet off of the line. Breaking ball. Holy cow. It was close. Measured by a millimicron. 1-2. That one low, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Bo Elliott, the hitter. Bo does not have a big strike zone to throw to, though. Very compact player, can hit the ball well. fouled it off, stayed alive. And if I'm not mistaken, all three Elliots play football for Peabody. But like I said, both teams have multiple players that play football, baseball. Some of them, like Haynes and Graham Simpson, for ball three, Graham, they play three sports. Let's see if the runner is going. It's 3-2. I know there's only one out, but need to put some runs on the board in the top of the fifth as the game is getting late. This one fouled away, and Bo Elliott protecting the plate quite well. Not trying to call pitches because Coach Guyman knows better than I do, and so does McWhirter. Just wonder if the curveball is in order. Do you bring the Von Ryan Express in there? Tattooed that one. It was straight away, and Dameron comes on, and they're going to throw the runner out at second, it looks like, as he didn't quite come up with a catch. A valiant effort, but it'll still be a fielder's choice. So Elliott on with the fielder's choice. 8-6, that's for the second out. That's the center fielder making that throw. That brings up Caden McClellan, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. 2 outs in the inning. Curveball looked good, and the umpire says, Coach, you're right for a change. Umpire just being kind to me up here. 0-1 pitch. McWhirter has worked hard tonight. Swinging strike 2. 2 outs with that runner on. Infield at normal depth. Dameron shading right field a little bit. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Hanging tough is McClellan. Outfield of Wyatt, Dameron, Myers. Esri playing first, the jump turn. Well, that was in the right spot. He got back in, but I'm going to tell you what, you can't throw it any better than that on a pickoff attempt. Esri, Hattler, Spalding, and Haskins in the infield. Good old mask and stuff right there. Catcher's friend, chest protector's pretty good. And I wouldn't go up there without the shin guards either. How many times as a kid did you go out there and catch in a backyard game without any catching equipment? That happened more than you think years ago. The 0-2 pitch again for McWhirter as he's looking in for the sign. Will goes into the stretch. A pitch swung on and missed. That's the third out of the inning. There was one hit, one man left on. And at the end of 4.5, Westview 2, Peabody nothing on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. We'll be back after this.
In the world of sports, precision and excellence define champions. Dynamics Physical Therapy is dedicated to enhancing athletic performance and preventing injuries by serving schools and their athletes. Elevate your game with Dynamics. Visit dynamics.life to learn more.
We are back. Let me catch my voice here and wet the whistle a little bit. We're in the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company press box and broadcast booth. Exciting Charger baseball going into the fifth. Brought to you on the Sports 731 Network, Westview Charger Athletic page. Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, Golf Garage. Game day sponsors, along with sponsors Wendell Alexander Realty, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue, Skyhawk Rentals, ARS Roofing, American Roofing Soft Wash, Wendell Alexander Realty, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue, Weekly Ford Nissan Dynamics Physical Therapy, West Tennessee Public Utilities, Tux Discount Sales, Precision Auto Body of Martin, and the practice ball comes off, and Premier Furniture. Some great sponsors bringing you Westview Charger baseball. We're in the fifth. Wes Hatler to lead it off. Wes 0 for 1 in this contest. He'll be followed by Haskins and Spalding. 1-1 the count. Lucas Fortner pitching. He's thrown 12 pitches, I believe. Umpire says that one's not close enough. It's going to be a 2-ball, 1-strike count. On the leadoff man in the bottom of the fifth, Wes Hatler, the fine fielding second baseman, takes a strike, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Haskins, the freshman, on deck. Well, Hatler wanted it to look like a beach ball coming up there, but he held up and didn't swing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Flag still blowing. Swung on and missed for the first out of the bottom of the fifth. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeout. 1 away, and here comes Haskins, who's 0 for 2. He's flied out both times up there. Pretty good basketball player. And that pitch, well, I won't do Bob Euchre. I do it too much, but it was a little outside. 1 ball, no strike pitch. Drilled to left field. Up in the air. It's going to get over the head, and here comes Haskins accelerating, throwing it into the next gear, and he'll stride in to second. Now he starts to throw behind him, but he's got a big double, puts himself in scoring position with 1 out. Cason Spalding, good with the bat, but has flown out twice tonight coming up there. Lucas Fortner on the mound. Spalding 0 for 2. Right-handed hitter, can hit the off fields. They're playing him straight away. Back at third. And this one's going to be a foul ball. First baseman Elliott chases it. Makes a nice catch. Runner tags, slides into third safely. So there's a runner at third with 2 outs, and I know a lot of people say, man, with 2 outs, you can't get them home. Pass balls, wild pitches, errors, all kinds of ways to get people home. You can even steal home. The late Jackie Robinson was awfully good at that. 2 outs in the inning. It's going to bring up Cohen McWhirter, who is 2 for 2 tonight. He could help his cause right here. That one, not off the big part of the bat, but still he strong-armed it to right field out of play. McWhirter not only a good pitcher, good third baseman, he can also hit for average, hitting over 400. Takes a strike there, and that was a great pitch by Fortner. Only thing that McWhirter could have done with it was take it to right field. 0-2 count on McWhirter. 2 outs, runner at third. That one gets away. Let's see if he's going to score. And I told you, there's one of those things. Pass ball will get you an extra run. So Haskins scores. 1-2 count on that one. 22 pitches here. Be interesting to see how the Peabody dugout handles the strategy. Breaking ball outside. That's 23. And Coach Jake Ramsey, good strategy. And, of course, that one is outside. Makes it 3-2. 24th pitch. This will be the 25th. And let's see. Ramsey is at the edge of his dugout, though. drilled. Will it stay up in the air long enough? It was hit so hard it went through the glove. Temporarily, I'm going to score it a hit. I don't often. It usually is there. And here comes Coach Jake Ramsey. Doesn't matter what you score it. Coin McWhirter is at first base, and they're going to call it error, and I can't argue with that one. It usually is scored that way. But sometimes it just almost tears the glove off of you. Well, we know one thing, that Peabody will have at least 3 pitchers eligible for tomorrow. They're going to bring the first baseman, Elliott, in to pitch. Graham Simpson, 0 for 2, will be the hitter. Fortner went 1.2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. Struck out 3. 24 pitches through 25 pitches he threw, 16 strikes, and he faced 8 batters. But Elliott now on the mound. Philip Elliott. Very good fielding first baseman. I have not seen him pitch. Right-handed hurler. Line scores: Peabody, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Westview, 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Well, that's actually Franklin Elliott. I don't know why I said Philip. Philip is at third base, but this is Franklin Elliott. And he gets to face a pretty tough customer, even though he's 0 for 2. You don't want to let Graham Simpson get his arms extended and get one in his wheelhouse. He will tattoo it, beat it to death, or whatever, and he's got several extra base hits this year. First pitch from Franklin Elliott. And the runner has to go back. 3-0 the score. We're in the bottom of the 5th. These games go 7 innings. Caden LeCourneau is over at first running. Yep. 1 strike to count. 2 outs. Graham Simpson, your hitter. Drills one off Elliott, a base hit to left field. Good piece of opposite field hitting. And there's runners at first and second. You're going to send a pinch runner because there's 2 outs. So Simpson can get his catching equipment. Watching Graham run, he's got a little hitch in his get along. In other words, favoring that left leg just a hair. 2 runners on with 2 outs. Thomas Myers up to the plate, hitting .270. Takes a strike. Myers 0 for 2 today. Could really help his team by getting a base hit, advancing that runner towards the plate at second. Drilled one into left field. They'll probably they're going to send him, and they fumbled the ball, so this will be the 4th run scoring of the inning. LeCourneau running for McWhirter. First and second is Simpson. Myers with his first hit, and a very timely hit for his team. And we'll have to get the runner, looks like Baker, running for Graham Simpson. Nice curveball. He's got a big bender, too. Oh, and 1 count to C.D. Dameron. Fine center fielder. 0 for 2 tonight. Interesting if the catcher called that one, or sometimes second baseman gives signal. There's a lot of daylight down there, and I have a feeling that was signaled by the catcher. Can't prove it, but could have happened. 0-1 the count. That pitch right painted that corner of the plate outside, so it's 0-2. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The hitter is Christopher Dameron. That one in the dirt, and a great job by McDaniel to block that. Tied infield back to, well, it's Garduno at first, Fortner at second, Haynes and Elliott. That's Philip Elliott at third. Outfield of Smith, Buchanan, and McClellan. There's the jump turn. Back in safely is Baker, the runner. William Baker, a freshman. Scott Guyman taking advantage of getting those freshmen in there, getting them some experience, even if it's just running the bases. Good lead at second. Breaking ball, hit for a base hit. And Scott's going to challenge him. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's too high, and the run is going to score. And I can tell you this now, don't ever worry about Scott Guyman not being aggressive. Baker scores, running for Simpson. Myers has advanced to third. It was a single by Dameron, a big hit there. And Dameron went to second on the throw. This should be Poston Esri, and Coach Ramsey has come out to the mound. And we've got somebody coming in from the dugout, it looks like. That looks like Bo Elliott, who's been the designated hitter, coming in. Again, we're in the bottom of the fifth. Let's go over and give you some stats. Bo Elliott being officially announced now. And coming on to pitch, Franklin Elliott did not go a full inning, but he gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, did not strike out anybody. Elliott threw 8 pitches. 7 of them were in the strike zone, but several of them hit 4 base hits. He faced 3 batters, and that will close the book on him, except for he is responsible for the runners out there now. Stay around for the post-game show brought to you by Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue, as we'll have all the stats and updates for you. Bo Elliott out there. While we're watching the warm-up pitches, remind you that your game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Goff Garage. Wendell Alexander Realty, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue, Winstead Real Estate and Land Company. Of course, First Response Security, stepping in is Esri. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company brings you strikeouts. We'll tell you about some more Skyhawk rentals with the fan cam. Nice pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Poston Esri 1 for 1, got hit back in the second inning by a pitch, got a base hit. There's one. Breaking ball just broke away from his head, and that's when you feel good about having that helmet on. Even though it didn't hit you, I had some protection. 1-1, 2 outs, 2 runners on at second and third. The pitch. Breaking ball come back in over the plate, worked its way back in. 1-2. Esri will have to guard the plate now. Would love to plate those 2 runs. 5-0 your score. 3 big ones posted here in the bottom of the 5th. That evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The deuces are wild. And that pitch runs it to 3-2. Esri wants to guard the plate, but he doesn't want to swing at one that's outside or a ball inside. Activity already in the bullpen of the Peabody Golden Tide. Esri fouls that one away, staying alive. 6 pitches. Again, a term I picked up getting to do a few minor league games with the Jackson Generals, and there's ducks on the pond, or the bases are loaded now, as Esri has a good at bat and works a walk. Elliott will have to face the designated hitter, Miles McEwen, who comes up there 0 for 2 with the sacks jam, bases loaded, ducks on the pond. You name it, pick the one you like. High action here with his open stance. The breaking ball this time didn't break enough to work its way back in over the plate. 1 ball, no strike count. Miles McEwen could bust this thing wide open with a base hit. Good pitch on the outside corner by Bo Elliott. This is the first and second place team in the regular season. There's a ball there, makes it 2-1. Westview winning it in the regular season. They were 8-0 in the district play. Peabody 6-2 in district play. Only 2 losses was to Westview. Outside 3-1. Be interesting, does Coach Guyman give him the green light, or does he have him take one? Bo Elliott's 3-1 pitch. And that right there, it was called a strike, and umpires don't like it when you throw the bat away and start down the line. It makes things very interesting now. At 3-2, the merry-go-round will start. As the pitch is released, we will see the horses on the merry-go-round run the bases. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And that ends the inning, but not before Westview added 3 more runs to make it 5-0. Westview leading. We're going into the top of the 6th. We're going to hear from some great sponsors on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic page.
Skyhawk Rentals offers a versatile management style covering both residential and commercial properties, as well as offering combined sales and property management services. If you're an owner looking to address your real estate and property management needs, we're it. If you're a tenant in need of an affordable space to live and work, we'll help you find your nest. As the largest property management company in the area, we'll work hard to meet your needs and provide superior customer service. To find out more, call Skyhawk Rentals at 731-587-2937 or stop by 224 South Lindell Street today.
Ready to transform the heart of your home? Come to Tux in Martin, Tennessee. At Tux, our design team is here to help you create a kitchen that fits your style, your family, and your everyday life. From modern cabinets and stunning countertops to lighting, hardware, and all the finishing touches, you'll find everything you need in our large showroom with products you can take home today to jumpstart your project. You bring the ideas, and we'll bring the experience. Schedule your free design consultation today, only at Tux in Martin, Tennessee.
We're broadcasting live from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth. This is Charger Baseball on Sports 731 and the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. Game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Golf Garage. Don't forget about the postgame show, brought to you by Wendell Alexander and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. We'll tell you about our top performers. Here's McWhirter's first pitch to the speedy Jamarcus Haynes, a breaking ball for a strike. McWhirter unofficially 65 pitches, and that's, I think, pretty close. 66 on the way. And this is the top of the order. It'll be Haynes, Buchanan, and Elliott for the Golden Tide. Charger pitcher McWhirter has done a really good job tonight. Here's one, and you got to charge it and come up throwing. Look how fast Haynes is. But look at the gun on Spalding, the shortstop. So 1 out in the inning, and anytime you can keep Jamarcus Haynes off base, you have accomplished something because he spearheads that attack, and he came into the game hitting .481. Hitting .313, Grayson Buchanan. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He'll be followed by Elliott. Left-handed hitter, plays center field for them. First pitch fouled off. McWhirter nowhere close to the 120 pitches, so he will be able to finish this one tonight easily. Scott Guyman comes up to the plate and looks like he's talking to his catcher more than he is the umpire. Simpson catching, Essery at first, Hattler at second, Spalding at short, just gunned one down, Haskins at third. Hitter is Buchanan, 0 for 2 on the night. He steps out. McWhirter steps back. Now we're ready to play. The pitch outside. Release point a little outside. So it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count with 1 out. Franklin Elliott on deck. Fouled off. Or no, it's going to stay fair. Thought it had enough hook, but a great play by the left fielder, Myers, for the second out of the inning. Franklin Elliott comes up 0 for 2. Came into this contest hitting .378. Swung and miss on that one, 0-1. 73rd pitch on its way to the just missing. And I'm telling you, people from both sides were holding their breath on that last pitch. One and one. Just missing. It had to be a little low because it got the black edge of the plate. All plates have a black edge all the way around them, even though they're buried down in the ground. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs on Elliott. That one missing, running the count to 3-1, and McWhirter hasn't had many of those 3-1 counts. Franklin Elliott, the hitter, he'd love to get on and see if he can get something started for his team. McWhirter wants to finish it off here. Swung on and missed. That looked like a breaking ball. May have been a slider, had a quick break to it. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, fouled off. We'll do it again. McWhirter's pitch popped up in the air. It's high, and the right fielder comes on, and a great catch by Easton White to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, it's Westview 5, Peabody nothing. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th and the Westview Chargers on the Sports 731 Network and Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page.
Cold mornings, hot showers. Wet jeans, warm dryers. West Tennessee Public Utility District has you covered with natural gas water heaters and dryers for sale. No big box chaos, just local, reliable, energy-saving comfort. Call 731-986-8289 to find your perfect match. WTPUD, where comfort meets community.
Broadcasting live from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth. Charger Baseball on Sports 731 in the Westview Charger Athletic Facebook page. Game day sponsors today are Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Service, Martin Medical Center, and Goff Garage. Of course, some of our other sponsors, Weekly Ford Nissan Dynamics Physical Therapy, West Tennessee Public Utilities, Tux Discount Paneling, Precision Auto Body of Martin, Premier Furniture. Don't forget the top performers, ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash. Post-game show, Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. Leading off should be Wes Hatler, and it is. Wes chops one, but it goes foul down the third baseline. He's in the hole, 0-1. Bo Elliott's still on the mound for the Peabody Golden Tide, who have used several pitchers, and I see they've got another one warming up down in the bullpen. That pitch outside kind of dribbles away from the catcher a little bit. He hands the ball to the umpire. The umpire's got a pretty good arm throwing him back out there. 1-1 count. Elliott, everybody at pretty well normal depth. Swung on and missed for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield of Franklin Elliott, Fortner, Haynes, and then Phillip Elliott. Bo Elliott on the mound. McDaniel catching. Breaking ball. Umpire says might have hung outside that plate a little too long. Might have. 2-2 the count. The pitch. This one in the dirt. It runs it to 3-2. So a good piece of hitting by Hatler to work it to a 3-2 count. 18 pitches by Bo Elliott. 19th pitch fouled off. Elliott's 3-2 pitch again. Chopper over the pitcher's head to the second baseman, gets past him, and it'll be probably a base hit, but we'll check it to see if there's an error scored on it. They're going to call it an error. So it shows you what I know. I think so. The booth agrees with me. That's all right. I'm like you. I'm hard to please, and having scored some of those Southern League games, their scoring rules are tough in minor league baseball. Pitch high and inside. The hitter is number 1, Haskins, who had that big double and scored back in the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 5-0 lead by the Westview Chargers. Colin Haskins steps out. He has a nice balanced stance. They go to first with it, trying to drive the runner back. Chargers would like nothing better than to plate the runner at first, Hatler. For this late at night, flag still blowing briskly out there in the outfield. Haskins hit that one out into the outfield. It went a mile high, but came down to the right fielder, Garduno. And so 1 out in the inning. Cason Spalding. Spalding 0 for 3 tonight. Played shortstop so well defensively. Boy, he gunned down Haynes a while ago. And folks, Jamarcus Haynes could be a one-man track meet by himself. He also catch a couple of passes along the way and shoot a couple of threes while he's at it. Here's one drilled up the middle. Is it a 2 ball? The flip to the short. Stop. not at first, so a fielder's choice for Spalding. He's on. Second out was the force out of Hattler. And so with 2 outs, Cohen McWhirter, he was on with an error the last time. He hit one so hard it came out of the glove, and I see 22 pitches. And I believe Coach Ramsey's going to make another pitching change. 23, that's right. My count, I didn't mark the little dot there. And if you've never seen a scorebook, there's a place where you can mark balls and strikes and keep up with your pitches, only it's small. To my right, a much better chart to keep pitches with. And it is 23 pitches, so we'll make some changes here. Elliott is responsible for the runner at first. And if it is 13, it is Stone Hall. I have not seen Stone pitch this year. We'll check the number and make sure, but as he takes his warm-up pitches. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Westview Chargers. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for Peabody. Bo Elliott, 23 pitches, 12 strikes. He faced 5 batters. And this brings on Stone Hall. If Westview holds on to this lead, they'll get a day's rest and not have to play till Sunday, where we could play 2 games depending on the situation. The winner of this game only has to win 1 game Sunday to be district champion, and I believe the district champion would host the regional tournament. Different districts do it different ways. I've had to work a Division II game or 2 this week, and they have a little different setup for hosting it. Cohen McWhirter coming on. He's got a runner on. He'd love to add a little extra insurance. Peabody wants to get him out and keep it at 5 runs. Hall's pitch high. Now, if you're thinking ahead to the top of the 7th, even a grand slam, it may get you closer, but it does you no good. You got to have a grand slam and a run just to tie it up. Stone Hall's pitch, that one is high and inside. So 2 ball, no strike count. 2-0, runner at first, 2 outs. McWhirter at the plate. Ground ball. See if third baseman cuts it off, but he tries the scoop, and it's going to roll. And again, we'll wait for the scoring on this one. But that's going to put runners at first and second. Graham Simpson will be coming to the plate. Spalding's at second. And that's called an error. So Spalding's at second, McWhirter at first, Graham Simpson at the plate. Simpson 1 for 3, had a solid hit his last time up. The pinch runner for him has scored a run. That pitch outside, McDaniels reaches out and keeps one from going to the screen. Not holding Haynes playing a few games with a runner at second. That one's going to get away, and you'll have runners at second and third. And we've told you that even with 2 outs, when there's a runner at third, all kinds of things like a pass ball, wild pitch, error, even the stealing of home. Simpson has a 2-0 count. That's a hitter's count. 2 runners on in scoring position. Hall's pitch. Guy gets away and diving with a head-first slide. Coming in there, Spalding scores, and that makes it a 6-0 game. Simpson has a 3-0 count. There's a runner at third. Lacordu running for McWhirter, and Simpson walks on 4 straight pitches. He'll go down to first, and we'll see if Baker comes on to run for him like William Baker has run for him in previous innings. And it is Baker. Thomas Myers had a single his last time up. 6-0 the score. We're in the bottom of the 6th. This one popped up out in the outfield. Center fielder Buchanan takes charge for the 3rd out. But one big important run put on the board for the Westview Chargers as they lead 6-0 over Peabody. We'll be back on the Sports 731 network for the top of the 7th after this.
Wendell Alexander Realty is the premier real estate expert serving Northwest Tennessee with a deep-rooted commitment to excellence and local knowledge. Founded in 1985, we understand the unique needs of our community because we live and work here. Combining local expertise with high-end marketing techniques, we ensure your property stands out in the marketplace. Trust Wendell Alexander Realty to deliver exceptional service and results. Contact us today at 731-281-1220 to experience the difference.
Your home is more than just 4 walls. It's where your family feels safe. At First Response Security, we make sure it stays that way. Our advanced security systems stop threats before they happen, giving you peace of mind, day and night. With expert local service and professional installation, protecting your home has never been easier. Monitor your home from anywhere, anytime, because your family's safety is our top priority. Call 731-885-2844 today.
Live from the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth, Charger Baseball on Sports 731 in the Westview Charger Athletic page. Don't forget the game day sponsors today. So important with the TSSAA fees. Precision Auto Body First Response Security Services. Here's McWhirter's first pitch, a dandy curveball. To Garduno, the batter. Of course, some other game day sponsors, Martin Medical Services, or Medical Center, and Golf Garage. But again, the 4 game day sponsors, we'll give them to you again in a minute so you can give all those people credit for being a game day sponsor. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2 the count to Garduno. Garduno had a hit his last time up. 1 for 2. McWhirter's pitch. Just a little bit high. Again, game day sponsors, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Golf Garage. Post-game show coming up along with top performers. We'll tell you about the sponsors of those. It's 2-2. Post-game show, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue, Wendell Alexander Realty, the Fan Cam, Skyhawk Rentals. Top performers, I know we've got one, and the committee's got a mindset of who it could be. That one hit Garduno, and he'll go to first. And, folks, let me tell you, that smarts, it doesn't feel very good no matter where you get hit. Lucas Fortner coming up there. 0 for 1. He walked back in the second. Garduno at first. 84 pitches by McWhirter. Here's one drilled into right center field. Got enough air in it that it will be caught by Easton White, who does such a good job. So there's one out in the top of the seventh. Philip Elliott due up to the plate, the third baseman. Elliott a fielder's choice and a ground out. Elliott 0 for 2 on the day. 85 pitches by McWhirter. That one outside, and that was the Von Ryan Express. A fastball with a little extra juice. Outside for a ball, 1 count. There's the jump turn move. And we'll say this, McWhirter's pickoff moves puts it down where the first baseman doesn't have to make much of a tag, but the gentleman slid in safely. This one popped up. Essery, posted Essery's got a beat on it, puts the big first baseman's mitt up there, gloves it for the second out here in the second, or in the seventh. And coming to the plate should be, well, there's going to be a substitution, and that looks like number 5, Chandler Milan. Chandler Milan wears a number that is very dear to me. I like 5, not only because of Joe DiMaggio, as I've told you before, and Johnny Bench, but that was my number in high school for every sport I played. And you don't often get to do that. Usually you've got several different numbers. Like Graham doesn't wear the same number in football and basketball and baseball. Right-handed hitter, very strong young man, has some power. McWhirter for his 88th pitch. And there's that dandy curveball again. 0 for 1. The 0-1 pitch gets away. Garduno will advance to second. Now, the runner at second is important for Peabody to get him home, but they have to add base runners. And with 2 outs, it makes it tougher. Everybody's got to get on. Westview will concentrate only on getting the out. They're not worried right now about the runner at second because of the run differential of 6-0. McWhirter steps back. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2. So it's 1-2 count. Milan will have to guard the plate, yet still have a good eye at the same time. A runner at second is Garduno. The 1-2 pitch for McWhirter. Swung on and fouled off. I bet the umpire was a pitcher once upon a time. He's got a pretty good arm throwing it back to the pitchers of both teams. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Runner at second. Milan the batter. McWhirter on the mound. Breaking ball outside. Evens count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. I know Rocky Balboa is not here. Somebody trying to call us here in the press box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch hit up in the air, mile high in foul territory. Essery drifts over, looks, finds the fence, makes the catch for the third out, and Peabody has gone down with no runs scored in that inning, no hits, no errors, one left. Final score is Westview 6, Peabody nothing. Westview will play again on Sunday. Peabody will have to come back and play tomorrow. We're going to take a timeout on the Sports 731 network and start the post-game show after these important messages.
Come see Premier Furniture with 2 great locations in downtown McKenzie and in Union City. They've got everything to make your house feel like home. From cozy bedding to stylish dinette sets, recliners, sectionals, sofas, love seats, and more. Add the perfect touch with entertainment consoles, accent chairs, bedroom suites, and accessories to match your style. Whether you're furnishing a new space or updating your favorite room, it's well worth the drive to Premier Furniture in McKenzie and Union City.
Hey folks, if you're considering buying or selling your home, listen up. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company is West Tennessee's #1 choice for buying and selling real estate. From spacious family homes to large land tracts, they have the expertise to skillfully help you maneuver the market. Winstead Real Estate and Land Company is your full-service home solution, every step, every detail, all in-house. So why wait? Visit Winstead Real Estate and Land Company in Martin, Tennessee, or at winsteadrealestateandland.com, where you can always expect the very best.
Weekly Ford Nissan has been in business for over 60 years, showcasing the complete line of Ford vehicles like Ford Mustang, Bronco, Explorer, Escape, Expedition, and Ranger, and F-150 trucks. Plus, you'll find a full line of Nissan vehicles, such as the Nissan Versa, Sentra, and Altima sedans, plus Rogue, Pathfinder, Murano, Kicks, and Frontier trucks, and a great selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Weekly Ford Nissan offers their warranty forever on all new and select pre-owned vehicles. And, of course, their complete parts and service department. Shop online at weeklyauto.com or visit 841 North Lindell Street in Martin.
Need reliable auto body repair? Turn to Precision Auto Body, your trusted family-owned shop with locations in Martin, Milan, and Dyersburg. Whether it's a small fender bender or a major collision repair, their expert team has you covered with quality work and fast service. Precision Auto Body takes pride in serving the community, and they're proud supporters of Westview Chargers athletics. So when your vehicle needs attention, trust the name that puts precision in every repair. Precision Auto Body.
We are back in the Winstead Real Estate and Land Company broadcast booth. Charger baseball on Sports 731 Network and the Westview Charger Athletic page. Some great sponsors tonight. Our game day sponsors, Martin Medical Center, Golf Garage, Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services. We're going into the post-game show, Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. And we will tell you a little bit about this game, then come back with some stats. But Cohen McWhirter went through like a hot knife going through butter. He only gave up, I believe, 2 hits. We'll get the official on that. But he didn't allow a single run, beating the Peabody Golden Tide. And McWhirter did allow just 2 hits. The Chargers got runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. Of course, didn't bat in the 7th. Garduno took the loss for Peabody. And the pitcher went 1 1/3. Aiden Poor started the game for them. And, of course, some great hitting by McWhirter in that. And what we will do before we get the American Roofing Soft Wash and ARS Roofing top performers, we're going to take a timeout on the post-game show brought to you by Wendell Alexander Realty and the Hawks Nest Sports Venue. After this 2-minute timeout, we'll come back and give you final stats, wrap it up from Union City.
In the world of sports, precision and excellence define champions. Dynamics Physical Therapy is dedicated to enhancing athletic performance and preventing injuries by serving schools and their athletes. Elevate your game with Dynamics. Visit dynamics.life to learn more. Skyhawk Rentals offers a versatile management style covering both residential and commercial properties, as well as offering combined sales and property management services. If you're an owner looking to address your real estate and property management needs, we're it. If you're a tenant in need of an affordable space to live and work, we'll help you find your nest. As the largest property management company in the area, we'll work hard to meet your needs and provide superior customer service. To find out more, call Skyhawk Rentals at 731-587-2937 or stop by 224 South Lindell Street today.
Looking to update your floors? Start at Tux in Martin, Tennessee. Step into our large showroom and explore a wide variety of flooring choices, including hardwood, luxury vinyl, tile, and more. Compare styles side by side until you find the perfect fit for your home. And if you're planning a bigger project, their team can help pair your flooring with cabinets, countertops, and other design elements for a seamless look. Discover your new floors today, only at Tux in Martin, Tennessee.
Cold mornings, hot showers. Wet jeans, warm dryers. West Tennessee Public Utility District has you covered with natural gas water heaters and dryers for sale. No big box chaos, just local, reliable, energy-saving comfort. Call 731-986-8289 to find your perfect match. WTPUD, where comfort meets community.
And we are back in the Winstead Real Estate Land Company broadcast booth. Charger baseball. Scott Guyman, head coach, and his team winning a very important game that will send them to play at 2 o'clock Sunday in the winner's bracket. They only have to win one game Sunday. The team that comes out of the loser's bracket would have to win 2 on Sunday. And a lot of pitching used by several of the teams. Coach Ramsey had a good strategy for that. Line score, Peabody, no runs, 2 hits, 4 errors. Westview, 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The double by Colin Haskins. And, of course, McWhirter went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits, only walked 1, struck out 5, and those are Winstead Real Estate and Land Company strikeouts. And, of course, in the case of Peabody, they only got 2 hits. McDaniel had one of those. Garduno had the other. And they used, looks like, 6 pitchers. Let me count and make sure. And the total for the pitchers, they went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs. They walked 2 and struck out 5. Now, before we give you the ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash picture, let me make mention of our fan cam with Skyhawk Rentals, and then additional sponsors, Weekly Ford Nissan Dynamics Physical Therapy, West Tennessee Public Utilities, Tux Paneling, or Tux Discount Sales. We used to have Tux Paneling in Jackson. Tux Discount Sales, Precision Auto Body of Martin Premier Furniture, and of course our game day sponsors were Precision Auto Body, First Response Security Services, Martin Medical Center, and Golf Garage. And we told you the post-game show being brought to you by Wendell Alexander Realty, the Hawks Nest Sports Venue, and our ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash player of the game has to be the one and only Cohen McWhirter, 2 for 4 from the plate. And his stats pitching were so good. He did a great job. Only threw 93 pitches, 59 strikes, faced 25 batters. So went 7 innings, 2 hits, gave up no runs, obviously no earned runs, only walked 1 and struck out 5. Plus, he scored 2 runs also, or at least his pinch runner scored 2 for him. He got on base to do that. Great performance. He is our ARS Roofing and American Roofing Soft Wash sponsor. For our great crew that's up here and all of these great sponsors, please go by and tell them you appreciate them. We're going to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.